beer time. It's beer time with Beer Man. All right, what's up, everyone? Let me get everything together here. Shit, what's going on? All right, sweet. Welcome to Beer and Cheese Tuesday, everyone. I appreciate you being here, and for those that will come in the future, hopefully while we're still reviewing these cheeses and beers, we've got a beautiful 4-man panel here. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your support as always. Thrash Metal Homebrew and Barbecue. Go check out his channel. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it, Brian, man.
Thanks for having me.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Bumpy ROAD Brewery. Check out his channel as well. Great dudes here. Hell yeah. And we have Miscellaneous Magnets, who is another great dude. So thank you so much. Please check out his channel as well. He does magnet fishing over bridges and in lakes and all kinds of places. And it's very interesting and fun to watch. So, and I myself, I'm who I am. I just drink beer. I love beer, and I review beer and make beer and this, that beer. So cool. All right. So we're if there's anyone in the back end, and welcome to all all my Twitter and Facebook fans if you are watching and tuning in. Yeah, so if there's anyone in the back end that has the link that would like to show up, please bring a craft cheese and beer of choice, and I'll let you in. I'll look you out. I'll look for you down below. All right, Brian, Thrash Metal, it is all you. You are on the spotlight.
Again, thank you, Beer Man, for having me tonight, and all of us, all four of us. Thanks for having yourself, too. We got Blake TV, Jeremy V, we got Lone Star, we got G'day, Justin Kobe, and we got Mary. I mean, freaking the chat is starting to grow. We're at 8,000 already. All right, so we're going to start off from Left Hand Brewery here in my wonderful state of Colorado. We have Colorful Colorado as a pale ale. Comes in at a 5.5%. Let me see if I can get the glare off. Actually, 5.6%. 42 IBUs, 12 fluid ounces. And they always have a best enjoy by date. And this is 11/11/2020. So pale ales and IPAs, they have those hops in them. So you have to consume them faster than other types of beers. So let's go ahead and get this poured up. Let's see how happy this is with the head. It's got a nice, thick, tight bubbles. I mean, it's like memory foam head. Look at that. Nice, beautiful yellow to orange color. It is completely see-through, effervescence up the yin-yang. Let's get something through this head. Yeah, hops straightforward. You get kind of that West Coast style, piney, resiny. Some sweet maltness kind of drifting through the head. Wish I had a down camera. You could see kind of the big bubbles, the compact bubbles, which is looks wonderful. Nice and cold. Keep it at 36 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, we'll go ahead and see if we can cut through this real quick. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Cheers.
Pale ales, IPAs, man, just they explode in your mouth. I love them. They're my favorite. I make them all the time. Get a chance, check out the channel. Anyway, this thing has got a really good resinous pine, West Coasty style to it. I've had this. I actually got a mix pack last night, and this was in there. So this is like my third one. So I have one left. And I'm really enjoying this. Really good. All right, so let's go ahead and get the cheese. We have Yancey's Fancy. This is a Hatch chili. It's made with the sharp cheddar cheddar, blended and flavored. It's so good that my wife and I earlier, we have bought this like 3 times in the past week. It's that good. So there's the wax rind on it. It's not a natural rind. And this one's good. So very creamy. Let's go ahead and take a kind of the middle part. It is very moist, but not sweaty moist. You can see the hatch green chilies in it. Let me have it.
There you
Hatch green out of New Mexico, and we get them all the time here. They have places that these guys bring these up on the corner, and they sit there and do nothing but burn these babies. They sell them by the grocery sack. You take them home. They've sweated the whole time you went home, and by the time you get them home, all the skin comes off. You chop those up into like a salsa or some sort of something with the green chili, and re-roast them if you want to as well. So this is a wonderful cheese. It's very moist, and you can see how moist it is before it starts to burn pieces of chili there. Let's go ahead and go for a taste. Hatch green chilies are not known for heat, which is awesome. They're like an vanilla chili. It's like a real smooth, creamy cheese underneath, which really creates a platform for the hatch chili on it itself. So, cheers, everybody!
Cheers.
Cheese.
Cheese. That's good. Good one.
If you never had hatch green chilies, you need to go get them. They are such a wonderful cheese.
You mean a wonderful pepper?
It's not a sweet cheese. But not. It's not a in your face sharp. It's sharp enough to help with the pepper. So yeah. If you ever get a chance, go. Cheers. I'll give a score later. Boom.
Nice. All right, man. That cheese looked pretty good. Yeah. Had a lot of goodies in it. Nice. Thanks, Brent. Appreciate it, man. Great review on that. And all right. So we're on to Bumpy Road Brewery. It's your turn, buddy.
All right. I'm going to start off with the beer because as I was taking this cheese out of the package and everything, it's got an aroma. I can still smell it. It's like a good foot away from my face. So the beer that I am bringing is Hop Slinger IPA. It comes in at 7% ABV. And interesting little notation from this. It's made in the one and only town in the United States that's named Henniker. So it's out of Henniker, New Hampshire, and it's Henniker Brewing Company.
All right.
Look it up. You will not find another Henniker anywhere.
They just didn't look hard enough.
All right. So fit the whole 12-ounce can into the glass. Perfect pour. It's got a nice, tight, white bubbled head. Color of the beer itself. It's a little bit hazy. It's kind of going that deep copper, dark orange, reddish orange. So that's what the beer looks like. It's nice. The aromas.
Looks nice.
So there's a little bit of like an apricot, some pineapple notes, slight bit of like a honey note in there. And that's about it. All right. So let's go into the first swig. So cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Bumpy.
So some nice deep bread notes coming through in the malt. get kind of a mix of pineapple with a little bit of like an extra citrusy zing to it. Kind of similar to orange, and almost tastes like there's a little bit of a mango flavor in there as well.
Moist.
Touch of apricot on that second sip. Apricot's definitely not as present in the flavor as it was in the aroma. About a medium body feel to this one, medium carbonation. Doesn't dry out the palate at all. Bitterness, it's got a moderate bitterness. Alcohol presence not noticeable in the flavors, or there's no real feeling of it as warming or anything like that. So it's a decent drinking IPA. Now, Whisky Scout, I'm glad that you made it.
Okay.
The cheese that I have is from Sartori. It's a Bella Vitano cheese, and it's Tennessee whiskey.
Whoa.
So what this says is full of spirit and a smooth sweetness, Tennessee whiskey meets our rich, creamy Bella Vitano in this new classic cheese. Breathe in that clear country air and savor the sweet life. This is a reserve cheese. It's from Master Cheesemaker out of Wisconsin. And it is an international award-winning cheese as well. This is got this from Sam's Club, so it's a pretty big freaking hunk of cheese. So I will not be eating all of this. But that's the rind on it. It's kind of got this kind of tannish colored rind with, I don't know, little white spots on it. I don't know what that is. Yeast. I don't know what's through. But then, yeah, the cheese itself is, it's got like kind of a dampness to it on the outside. When I was cutting it, it kind of like crumbled almost when I was cutting it. But if I try to, it just kind of breaks apart. So it kind of has like a dryness to it. It's not very spongy. It's kind of hard. Although they do say it's creamy. So maybe when I eat it, but the aromas on this, what I've been smelling as soon as I took it out of the package, it's straight up butterscotch. It smells like a Werther's candy.
Wow.
Never would have guessed that.
Crazy.
Yeah, me neither. So I mean, I don't. It doesn't smell like whiskey to me, but I think that butterscotch is a note that you can get out of whiskey. Am I correct on that, Whisky Scout?
Yes, butterscotch you get with whiskeys. You can. It's more common, I think, with probably what you get for scotches, but you can still get it with others.
Yeah, but it's straight up. It just smells like butterscotch. That's pretty much it.
That'll be good.
So let's eat some of this.
Have you had it before, Bumpy?
Oh, it's got crunchies in it.
Oh, good. I like those crunchies.
No, I've never had this before.
Yeah, the crunchies are always
Glad it
good.
melts.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you chew on it, it does melt kind of in the mouth, cream up a bit. It's got the crunchy bits in there. I know it when it ages, it gets like the salt or whatever the hell happens. So it's got a nice kind of sharpness to the cheese itself, and then that butterscotch flavor just like shines through at the end. It's very sweet cheese.
Sweet cheese. All right.
Yeah, so sharpness, almost like a sharp cheddar, kind of almost going on to the funk side, but not quite like barnyardy funkiness. But it does have that extra oomph to it in the flavor. But then that butterscotch just comes right up, killing and kind of takes over the flavors. Let's try to incorporate this with the beer. Oh, the nice thing about this too is it actually tells you, says that it pairs with porters and IPAs.
Oh, that's cool.
Huh.
So I wanted to actually get a porter with this because I figured porter would be better with whiskey. versus an IPA, but they do make an IPA whiskey. So
Right. Yeah, sounds good.
oh wow. First sip was better. So what it kind of did was it cut down a little bit on that butterscotch note, kind of let some of the sharper cheese notes shine through. It did dial back a lot on the flavors on the IPA, unfortunately. Still has like the bitterness and stuff from the IPA, but it was kind of dialing back on the kind of pineapple and a little bit of that mango and apricot type stuff going on. A little bit. The second sip, when I kind of was finishing off the cheese and I took the second sip of beer, I got straight up alcohol. So it definitely draws the alcohol flavor out of the beer.
Wow.
So I'll continue to
Damn.
try to pair these and see what keeps happening as I try different ways. But
Right on.
so far it's not super bad. The cheese is really good.
Yeah. Good, man. Yeah, the butterscotch, that's weird. Yeah, I guess the whiskey, the vanilla, the whiskey, the wood, all that would kind of impart a butterscotch like flavor. That sounds
Yeah,
on
yeah,
point.
it can.
So, yeah. Awesome.
It surely can.
Well,
I
cool,
almost
man.
ate all of the little pieces.
What was that, man?
My wife's gonna be pissed. I won't eat anymore until we give numbers.
What was your wife's phone number again? I'm gonna give her a call.
Right. Hey,
You want a reason to yell at Brian?
oh, she doesn't need that. We
Yeah.
can talk to each other. That's done.
Your tongue what's on for
You're
shit.
right about that. Oh.
Y'all are nuts.
Oh yeah, dude. All right, Miscellaneous Magnets. Tell you, brother. All right, here we go.
All right. What's up, everybody? Thanks for having me, Beer Man. Tonight,
No problem.
got three beans by 6 Point Brewing. See here, bourbon barrel aged porter with cacao husks and coffee added. Let me see here. Give you a little. What's it say on the back? It says this is a 2017 vintage that can be stored for up to 3 years to age. Can date or year at least was 2017. Best by November 2020. Rings in at a 10.1% ABV. So
Wow. Pretty stiff.
Yeah, it is.
anyways, go.
Ooh, that looks good.
Perfect.
All right. So there it is. Oh, looks like Swiss cheese on that side. There you go. Very nice. Can't see through it. It's opaque at the bottom there. There's a little deep, rich mahogany amber hue. Other than that, cannot see through it. Had a good 2-finger head. It's starting to die down a little bit. Pretty sturdy head. It's going for the nose. Wow. Woo. I had one of these probably 6 to 8 months ago. Wow. It's very boozy on the nose. Right up front. I did not get that the last time I had this beer.
And that was a 10%, you said?
Yeah, 10-1. Wow.
That's like
The
a
alcohol
porter.
notes, it's starting to die down.
Yeah, porters usually don't quite come in like that.
I didn't make the beer. That's what they call it.
That's in the stout range.
Yeah.
I'll leave it alone.
But yeah, you get some you get the roasty notes. It's got a coffee note coming out. Maybe a little vanilla in there. Nothing smells exactly like what it's supposed to. Little roasted coffee beans in there. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
It's good. I say it's full body beer. Coats the whole palate. Like I said, it's this one's coming with the heat. I don't know if it's aged to almost to the point where it's not going to be able to be drinkable anymore, but it's definitely got some punch to it. Oh.
You see the legs on the glass.
Light coffee flavors. Definitely get that barrel aged. That bourbon barrel comes in real good. Adds to the ambiance. It really that's my kind of jive. I like stouts and barrel aged porters, things like that. So it's really good. Coffee notes, like I said, minimal, not too bad, but very good. Drinkability is really good for it. So anyways, let's move on to the cheese. I'm rambling on here. All right, so what I got tonight is there we go. It's becoming a popular cheese, the Belfitano, but this is the espresso version of it. It's got a little description down here. Is a delicious treat for your breakfast or dessert. We hand rub freshly roasted Italian espresso into sweet, sugary Belfitano wheels, aged to creamy perfection. Wake up and smell the Bella. So, have not had this, but there is the cheese. See it there. It's got all those coffee beans and everything they rub into the outside of it.
Wow.
Wow.
Pretty good. Looks good, at least. Smell on the cheese. If you've ever had this cheese before, it's very, very consistent. I don't like coffee. I don't drink it.
Does the espresso ring through to the inside?
On the outside, like if you smell the rind of this, it's got that toasty coffee type smell coming off of it. Cheese though itself it's pretty dry. Comes apart real easy. Not crumbly, but I definitely wouldn't call it a moist cheese. So, anyways, let's get a nice chunk with the beans on there. All right. Ooh, that's good. It's got those salty crystals in there that from the aging. It's really good. It's a little salty, but that coffee comes through. It's really good. It's not a real overbearing how you would think like a roasted coffee bean would be, but this shit's really good.
Find it now.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get that.
This is really good. Like I said, it does have some sweet and salty play on the cheese, which I like. Sweet and savory actually compares or contrast really well on some occasions, and this is it. So, man, all right, let's try them together. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Bit off more than I could chew there.
As if it's an issue.
Actually pairs pretty well. The cheese kind of holds its own. Coffee notes in the cheese contrast and flavor from the beer, which is good. I mean, you can still taste the cheese. That sweet, salty play from the cheese is working really good with the alcohol in here. It's not really nullifying the cheese or the beer. The beer nullifying the cheese or the cheese nullifying the beer. So I'm content. I'm gonna mac down some more of this, and I'm gonna have to take some notes. Cheers, guys.
Awesome. Oh, that was great, man. That's Great review, man. Yeah, that cheese looks really good. I'm definitely gonna get some of that now. I've been looking at it forever.
It's tasty stuff.
Nice, man. I appreciate it. Well, Whisky Scout, man. Everyone check out Whisky Scout as well. He popped on in. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you, Chad, also for being here. You guys are a great chat right now. We got 16 strong. This is great. You guys are wonderful supporters, so thank you. All right, Whisky Scout, man. It is all you, my friend. All right.
All right. Well, today I have a bunch of IPAs. I've been on IPA kick, so I still had this one left over up there. It's Deep Elam IPA. Says on the can 70 IBUs, 7% alcohol by volume. And I bought it in a kind of a mixed pack thing, and I had 3 of them. This is my last one, and I really do enjoy this beer. So that's the beer. The cheese is going to be, it's from local up in Alma, Kansas. That's not focusing very well for whatever reason. Come on, you can do it.
You can see it.
Okay, anyway. Yeah, Alma. And there's no other city named Alma in the United States. Or maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, it's a New York Sharp. I've had their cheeses before. They make a lot of cheese curds. It's kind of in north central Kansas. That's where they're out of. And they're kind of like, they're found throughout Kansas. They're the creamery you would think you would find, local wise for it. And if I had a local IPA, I would have had it too, but I don't have a local IPA, and I don't feel like going to buy one. So I'm good with the Alex pour again, like always. My master taught me well.
Hashtag winning.
And I looked at that chart you sent out, Brian, about cheeses and pairings. So I started looking on the internet at different charts. Oh my gosh, there is like a different. The one consistency for IPAs throughout all the charts was a cheddar cheese, but some had to have a hand washed rind and all this other goofy stuff that I don't understand. Because it's an IPA, we're going to start with the cheddar first, even though it is a sharp cheddar. We will go that route.
That's what this is all about.
Cheers to everyone in the chat, man.
Firm. It's very firm. It does break, but it's a fairly firm cheese. Tangy. It's I like that with the sharp cheddar. It's very tangy. Never ever so slightly nuttiness to it that I don't normally, never really thought about before I started doing this stuff. There is a nice creaminess with it that you sometimes don't get with other cheddars. Sometimes a cheddar is just a big, heavy, dense, crumbly block. In this case, it's being aged. I guess it's give it more texture, more creamy, or not so creamy. But it's got a little oiliness to it. The up top, a little acidicness to it. There is a little acidicness, but I think that kind of goes along with the tanginess aspect of it. I don't really get it's not like some cheeses, to me, I don't get a heavy milky. It's not like that. But it's good cheese. I like it. I've had it before, by the way. I didn't know what to buy, so I bought this the other day. So I thought I'd like to go something local. But I'm liking the cheese. Give me a minute. I just took another bite out of compulsion. I have to be honest. But very good. And like I said, it's a nice, tangy cheddar. It's really good. Our Alex pours died down. Still retaining a little frothy head to it.
Nice lacing.
Yes. And very citrus.
That should go good with that cheese, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Oh, very citrusy, very orangey tangerine, and a little of that pith, a little bit touch of that pith even in it. There's a nice multi-character to this too as well. Let's top it off. I don't want to miss anything. For 70 IBUs, it doesn't drink as hoppy as something with less IBUs. I've never understood that. IBUs really are not indicative to me sometimes of how bitter and how the citrus obviously comes from the yeast strain, but that bitterness from the bitterness comes from the hop strain. Let me get this right because I'm getting confused now. I've done talking myself into a circle. Bitterness and the citrusness comes from the hops. The bitterness, I think, is also from the hops. So you get those two side by side. But the multi-character, of course, comes from the bar. There is a multi-character, and it gives it body. That's some IPAs they don't have a lot of heavy body to them. They drink very sessionable. This has more body. I get more of the maltiness because I associate that with the body of the beer. So it's just it's juicy. I mean, I don't know if it's really a juice. Don't call it a juice bomb or anything like that. But a little resinous, piney resinous to it, but I still like that. I can get that. It's you can taste the beer, the yeast, the breadiness in the backing. I'm hoping I'm making sense with all this. I'm trying to talk myself through it, but I like it though. And together, they contrast, but they contrast in a way that they work together. You know, a lot of times when you're doing compatibility, it's either your pairings are either contrasting and they come together, or if you've got a porter, maybe a coffee porter and a coffee cheese like Miscellaneous, then they kind of follow the same route and they work together like that. This is more of a contrast. And yes, Brian, you're right. They are good together. This is, I think, even better than I expected it to be.
It sounds like a West Coasty, piney, resiny thing like I got with the pale ale. I mean, it's not East Coast at all. It sounds West Coast to me.
Right. Tropical fruit, citrus, pine, floral aromas. I don't really get floral.
Or it could be a mix. Who knows?
Well, it says on the top.
Beers everywhere.
Yeah, tropical fruit, citrus, pine, and floral aroma. I personally don't get a floral aroma on this. But when I think of floral aromas, especially when I'm drinking whiskeys, doing that comparison, there's actually two layers of floralness. You can get the flowery floralness like you get with the Bowmore or what's a good one? The basic Old Forester, the 100 proof Old Forester, that sometimes has a very floral note to it, like flowers. I don't care for that. But then you can get the floral, herbal side of things. Coriander is a very herbal, flowery, floral-smelling herb. And so it kind of follows. You can go down one or two paths there. This, I don't get either one of that on this. I don't notice it. My palate ain't sharp enough for this to find that out. But you do get the resinous, the piney resinous. That came in really well. All of it works good with the cheese. I've rambled on long enough. Go to somebody else so I can sit and think.
Oh man, I appreciate it. No, that you've had that cheese before, but it's good to see because I've never seen it. So it's nice to see local cheese come out, and I think that's cool. It sounded pretty decent. So
yeah. Well, they've been making cheese for a long time. Usually I get the cheese curds. They make these cheese curds with. I'll try to find it for next one with little dill. They sprinkle dill in it. It's a winner chicken.
Oh, I
dill.
love dill. Oh my god, yeah, that sounds good. That sounds really good, man. All
I don't
right.
know what to pair it with. Maybe fish, but I don't know about beer.
Dill, yeah, it's weird. That's kind of an herbal taste to that to some degree. Like even like I would even imagine something probably on the barnyard side, a saison or like a goose or something sour or something to work. You know, I don't know. That just sounds like that might go.
I'm with
that.
you, man. Freaking dill.
Yeah.
Dill is awesome.
Yeah, dill's great. Dill's a great herb, man.
Okay, I gotta get another piece.
All right. Well, dude, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Whiskey, man. I appreciate it, Robert.
Thank you for having me. If I hadn't had computer problems, I'd have been here sooner. But my
good old saying.
Glad you're here, man.
Shit happens.
Just gotta stay with it till it gives me the right.
Barbecue baseball.
I've said it before. That's my favorite line from Forrest Gump.
I love Forrest Gump, man. That's great.
My favorite line from Forrest Gump is, "I might not know what love is."
You see where that gets you?
Jenny and me were like,
Maybe I messed that one up. Maybe it's, I may
right.
not be a smart man, but I do know what love is. There we go.
she taught me how to read. I taught her how to dangle.
Oh my god, dude.
My other favorite line was, "Son, your mom sure does love you."
I didn't mean to interrupt your party, but she tasted like cigarettes.
About 13 Dr. Pebbles.
Hey, Mom, what does it mean by daddy's on vacation?
I only do what you say. All right.
That was easy.
All right. I only did what you told me. All right. All right. Yeah. Barbecue baseball. Thanks for being here, man. Cheers, man.
Yeah, man.
Roundy cheers. All right, man. Middle Fro, what's up, Paul? All right, everyone, man. Michael A, what's up? Oh, hell yeah. We got a great panel tonight, a great chat. Woo! So I'm going to show you in my screen what I got, and then I'm going to kind of inch it over to another one. But it's Chipotle Gouda. It's a young cheese. It's not aged or anything like that. But this is kind of where we're going with what it looks like. And then I got this beer here, which I'm not going to show there. Let's go somewhere else with it. Black Butte Triple X 2, what's that? 102032, Black Butte 32. And it's an imperial porter brewed with coffee, vanilla, nutmeg, and orange peel aged in rum barrels. It is a 13.4%, and it was packaged or canned on 6/16/20. So it is kind of a newly bottled beer with this high alcohol that it has. So I could age it another year or two, and I'm sure it'd be fine. But we're going to drink it tonight. So what I'm going to do first is eat this cheese, and let's check it out. So it's got some chilies. Basically, they're smoked jalapenos as chipotles. So with a nice milky Gouda cheese. I think it's actually cow milk. Correct me if I'm wrong. It is from Boar's Head. They make some great cheese. Mm-hmm. It's been sitting out for about 10 minutes or so. Yeah, I sound like I'm from Wisconsin.
Yeah, or Canada.
It's been sitting out from
in the wood, wouldn't
Definitely creamy. Has the milky creaminess. The heat's already starting to hit the back of the side of the tongue. Smoky is coming through. Real nice. With that the milky, creamy lathering kind of on the tongue and mouth and palate. It's just kind of sticking and coating my mouth with creamy cheese. And then chipotle smoky heat is coming along, and it's got that jalapeno heat as it just came out of my mouth. It's very good. This is very good. It's very subtle. The heat comes on after. It kind of lets you taste all the milkiness and the flavors of the jalapeno, the smoked jalapeno, let's say the chipotle, and then after the heat starts to ride up your tongue and into your like sinuses and down your throat. But I'm gonna have more because I like diarrhea, and I'm gonna have a lot of it tomorrow. I think I just chewed down on a seed, but it's very gritty. It's very nice. I like it. It's good cheese. So this one, let's pour this 13.4% porter, imperial porter. So that's like stars the limit on the porter. Geez, I mean, we're going hella robust on this.
How high with the ABV was that? Sorry, I missed it.
I wasn't flipping anyone off. It's the only thing you had available. I promise. How high is the ABV? I didn't get that. I should have looked that up, and I did not. I would imagine this is. I don't know if this is an American or an English porter or whatever the hell distinguishes it. I just know it's an imperial porter.
When we get through, we can check it out.
Yeah, we'll check it out in the back. It was about a $6 bottle, I think, something like that. Might have been more. But all right. So what is this Canadian thing coming out of me for tonight? Paul's sitting there clapping his hands. All right, he's talking like we do. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
His subliminal messages are working.
It's a dark beer. It's opaque. It's ominous looking. It does have it has a ruby at the base there. Usually I don't ever look. I always go for the smell, but it's just so crazy looking. It's a great beer. Under a finger on the pour. This does fit a 16-ounce bottle of beer, so usually it's up to the top here. But anyway, let's go for the nose.
Cheers,
Oh boy, dude! Molasses, brown sugar, chocolate, coffee, vanilla, whiskey, barrels, woody. It's that complex, but in a porter frame of mind. You know what I mean? Not that stout, which can be a little more thick and robust and rich. This is more lighter and crispy and lets you like really get those smells in. The caramels come out. It's very good, man. It smells really good. Oh my god.
That is a 13.4% beer.
Yeah, dude. No, the dark chocolates. You even get milk chocolate coming out with the vanilla. Like the vanilla kind of pushes a milk chocolate feel to it in the nose. It's real nice. Okay, so the look is a cocoa head. It's getting some legs already dripping down, alcohol legs. I mean, that's obvious. That's a telltale on this one. Lacing's already, let's swivel it around, see what's going on here. Lacing goes and sticks, but legs out. So the retention's not super great, but of course that's expected with a higher percentage beer. It does have a ruby color at the bottom base, but it's very opaque, can't see through it. Dark chocolate color. Let's go for the taste. Cheers.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, man.
That looks great.
There we go. I got it here. There you go. Sorry, I misspoke. It's 12-2.
Beer man likes big butts, and he cannot lie.
Yeah.
Big legs.
You know what this tastes like? A chocolate syrup that you put in your coffee to make whatever coffee drink you're making. There's coffee in this, but it tastes like more of the syrup that's involved. It's very viscous, thick, rich, has that molasses, dark, and even milk chocolate kind of mixture, and it's weird. It's very sweet. It's got the lactose kind of sweetness. It's got the whiskey, vanilla, bourbon-like feel to it. Oh boy, this is complex and thick.
What was
rich.
the name of that again?
Oil. This is great. This is oh my god, damn it. Black Butte, it's their
Black
32.
30,
The 32. Look it up. Hopefully you can get it. It's from Deschutes Brewery. I didn't say that.
I can
Sorry.
get some of that.
So,
Got all the
Very
info I plugged in the chat for you there.
it's sweet on the mouth. It's a full robust body. Let's say a full body. The carbonation is very minimal. It's just real lathering and thick, like oil, and it just runs through your body with your body too, but your mouth with flavor, and then it hits the throat, and it's kind of a long finish, and you feel the kind of the alcohol in the pinch down here. You don't get any alcohol through the nose though. It's crazy. It's very smooth, dangerous, and fucking insane. So right on. Let's pair this with some cheese. Let's get this going. I'm gonna get some heat in my mouth. Check on this speed. I'm tired. Feels good. All right.
Room for one more.
One more.
Throw it in there.
My man.
Just the seeds are crunching on jalapeno seeds. Right.
ABV to pile on heat.
First of all, the milk from this cheese, a lot of ABV. You're right. The very much like the heat coming out of the cheese, but the milk actually kind of smothers. It works with the sweetness, makes it more milkier, like that of goat cheese with a sour or something like that. It kind of works with it. It blends with it. But then you get the heat, and the heat kind of throws through that syrupy like sweetness and really adds like this intense like complexity to the flavor of it all. It's kind of like a marble, like a swirling effect in the way that you taste it. It's got its layers, like a prehistoric fucking layer of soil. Like it's crazy. Like there's certain things you go through. I mean, seriously, man, this is intense, man. Complex as hell, very intense. I got my thoughts. I'm gonna run through my mind on this a little bit, but
Cool.
cheers, man. Cheers, y'all. Let's so we'll go ahead and go through the panel, you know, as we always do here. You know, say your score, your thoughts, and please shout out your channel and anything you got coming on. And right on, we're at 48 minutes. It's perfect. Love it. I'll leave let me go big on you guys. I like it. That's good.
Go big or go home.
Angry.
All right. So I did not have the cheese and the beer when I first did it, but I've been kind of chomping on it a little bit. Kind of took a little bit more out of the carb there, so took the wife off a little bit.
Somebody's going to be in the
Good
basement tonight.
This is the Hatch chili with the sharp cheddar. This is a really good cheese, blended and flavored. Get a chance, get it. Now, ale or an IPA, they're such high IB maltness with the pale ale with the cheese. It's like cheese pizza, almost.
Nice.
You take a bite of this and you let it cream up. Take a drink of the pale ale with it. I'm telling you, it needs the crust. That's all it is. You get that mozzarella creaminess type thing because it knocks the IBU down on the beer, and then maltiness is just enough there to kind of give it kind of that bready note, and then the green chilies kind of give it that Italian kind of feel from a pizza. Kind of weird. So it's weird how you take two completely different animals that have you put them there like they kind of roll the dice for you on your tongue. So yeah, really enjoying this. The beer the colorful Colorado Pale Ale. Let me say that 15 times real quick. 5.5%. Oh, where was it again? And 42 IBU. So it's a little bit up there. This itself is going to score a 92 out of 100. The cheese,
Nice.
Yancey Fancy. I like that. Pretty cool. This one's going to score pretty high. This is going to get a 99.
Awesome.
From kind of because I don't do high scores like that very often. Together is kind of a unique taste. If you get a chance, get both of them. I don't know, a lot in the country will not be able to, but together this is going to score pretty high. 97, man. It's got to go good together. 97.
Awesome.
Cheers, guys.
Oh, that's great, man.
Cheers.
Oh, wait, let me leave you up. Hold on. I got to make sure you shout your sit out.
I know everybody's like, we always
Yeah,
forget.
that's awesome. 97. That's perfect.
That's great. That's kind of weird because that's the first time I really had something like that happen with the cheese and beer come together that way. It's just oddballish. Just what does that taste? And you sit there and you're thinking about it while everybody's talking, and you're like, that was like a pizza.
That's cool. I love pizza.
So Thrash Metal Homebrew and Barbecue. I just posted a barbecue video on doing some ribs. Bumpy's watched it. I think he's going to copy that. I have not Ronnie S., but Ronald Sutton. He said he's going to copy that, so we'll see what their feedback is on it. Smoking ribs. Doing a lot of retro stuff right now. I'm trying to fix a lot of equipment that's around here, getting some of these old computers, keeping them out of the landfill, getting them where that they work. I can get them back out there to people who are into the retro stuff, 1980s Commodores, Apple IIes, like you see over here, those types of things. A lot of animal rescue stuff going on right now. We got about 10, 15 new horses that have come in. We got mamas and babies. We take in mamas that are pregnant, and we save them from the kill buyers and all that shit. And we rehabilitate them and get them back to people that actually will give them a forever home and give them a life. Other than that, home brewing's always going on. Got to get some new or another big bag of 2-row, get some more beers going, do some more teaching people how to do homebrew.
Awesome, man. That's great. That's fantastic. Oh, yeah, dude. A lot going on. But it's fun. It keeps busy. Fun stuff. All right, dude. Cheers. Hell yeah.
So, for the Hop Slinger IPA, not a bad IPA. It's one of the, when this brewery first came out years ago, when I was first getting into craft beer, they only had like a selection of 3 different beers, and this was one of them. They had only bottles back then. You had to buy like the 16 or 20 ounce bottles that they had, and they had different label art. They changed over the years, more simplistic, more beers that they're producing and everything. But this was always a go-to for me. I would buy it every year on Thanksgiving. So it's not bad. I'm gonna score the beer itself at a 91, so it's a very good 91 out of 100. The cheese, it's a really good cheese. It's a difficult one because, like I said, it was sweet. It is kind of one-sided with pretty much just being like that very butterscotch type flavor note mostly. Besides the cheese itself with the kind of a sharp, mild funk note. Hard to really pair it with like thinking like putting it with crackers or anything like that. I would think it's like more of like a dessert cheese. Just have a couple little chunks of that. I wouldn't eat the whole lot of it at one time because it does start to kind of it's like too much of a good thing. Kind of starts to wear down on you and tire you out. But I would score the cheese at a 96 out of 100.
Nice.
That in the excellent range. The pairing now, even though it did say that IPAs would match well with it, what I'm thinking when they're thinking IPA, they're thinking probably West Coast IPA. They're probably thinking something that has sharper bitterness, maybe like piney and citrusy type notes that really stand out, that are going to kind of go over the flavor of the cheese or whatnot, or blend better with the whiskey notes, or the kind of butterscotch notes that I was getting. But with this IPA, with the Hop Slinger IPA, it didn't quite work out. I found that it's better to not have the cheese actually in your mouth when you're trying to pair the beer and cheese together. If you chew the cheese and just as you're swallowing it, then you wash it down, it seemed to work a little bit better, because with the cheese in mouth, and stuff like that, it was kind of taking away a lot from the beer, but bringing out the alcohol notes, which wasn't pleasant. But when I drank it the other way, wash it down right after eating the cheese, it kind of brought out more of the kind of like apricot type flavors from the beer.
Nice. All right.
But overall, I mean, with this IPA and the cheese, it didn't work super well together. Like I said, kind of detracted from both. Like the cheese took away from the beer, and beer took away from the cheese when actually mixed together. So I would give it like an 87 out of 100. So just kind of in the good range, like depending on how you like. If you wash the cheese down instead of actually mixing it together, it was more tolerable.
The mixture, yeah.
Yeah, the mixture together just didn't work that well. But
not bad though. I mean, not terrible.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Right on. Oh yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, my channel. Yeah. I mean, everybody should probably know about Multi Monday. It's my one and only live feed I do on Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern times when it starts. Going through the various beers that are out there, trying to gather up a panel. We have one style of beer to check out each Monday, and that's voted off of a poll that we create. So there's a poll out there right now. If anybody's interested, it's in our various hangout groups. Also, if you go to my last Multi Monday video, which was, what did we just do? I can't remember.
Really? I'm not telling you.
It was something. It was Goza. We just did Goza. So go to the Goza Multi Monday video, and then you can find the link in there for the poll to kind of throw your own whatever you want to see for the next Multi Monday that we all do. And then other than that, I mean, yes, my various other videos I post up. Either most of them are going to be beer tasting videos. I do homebrew as well. Haven't homebrewed as much as I used to back in the day, but still, if I do a homebrew video, I've kind of gone into the vlogging of the day versus trying to cut like scenes out of long footage and stuff like that, or doing a live brew day, because that's kind of very long and it's pretty boring. You really come down to it. So I don't have multiple camera angles and stuff. It makes it tough. So I think the vlogging works for me. So there'll be like vlogging brew days when I do brew, and sometimes homebrew tastings. Nice. Not always my own homebrew either. If anybody else wants to share their own homebrew with me, and they're okay with me doing a tasting video on it, I'll do so.
I just might have to think about that one day if you're available. I'd like to do something like that with you.
Yeah.
So that'd be fun. But no, Bumpy ROAD Brewery is freaking awesome, man. All these guys on this panel are great, but I'm just saying, personally, towards you, Bumpy, you're a great dude, man. So I really look forward to looking at your. Let me get you off. I look forward to looking at all your shows every day. I try to look out for them all the time. So you usually post in the morning. I gotta pee so bad. We might have to take a pee break real quick. No, but you usually post what in the morning, my time around like early
Yeah,
think.
it depends. Basically, when I wake up, unless it's a work day, I wake up the same time for work, but I
Right.
don't post anything on the weekends when I work. But yeah, basically, it's just when I wake up and actually gather myself. So depending on how rough my night was the night before, it's
Yeah.
anywhere between 10 and 1 o'clock. Usually.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's when
That's some time, yeah.
Nice, man. Oh, that's great. No, that's great. Awesome, man. I appreciate it, dude. Both you guys, all you guys, great, man. Let's go to miscellaneous. Right on, dude.
All right. So my thoughts on the 3-bean Imperial Bourbon Barrel Cast Porter. All right. So on the nose, deep, rich, sharp bourbon cast smell, followed up by strong alcohol, roasty malts, followed by toasty coffee beans. On the nose, the taste was it was viscous, full-bodied, envelops the palate with hints of coffee, vanilla, and chocolate, carrying into the boozy finish of the bourbon cask. I scored the beer at a 98. I really enjoyed this one. This one seemed to be a little more boozy than the one I had before. It does not really throw me off at all. For the cheese, the espresso Belvatano, it was sweet, salty, crunchy aged crystals explode with a slight fruit note, followed by a nice mellow coffee rind finish. It was an exceptional cheese. I scored the cheese at a 95. For a combined score, I went 98. They actually played really nice together. It was one of the better pairings that I've done. So good with that. I don't know. I haven't really been doing too much of my channel. I do magnet fishing, metal detecting, homebrew. Sometimes I do some gaming streams, usually VR streams. But if I'm going to shout out anybody, I want to shout out, yes, Justin. This did have a can date. This beer was canned in 2017, and it said it's Best Buy November 7th, 2020. So it says on there you can age this beer for up to 3 years, and then after that, don't drink it. Apparently, that's what they're saying. But yeah, go check out Alex the Beer Master on Food Fridays. We always have a good time over there, and also Wednesdays. Go check out Beer Chugs, man, for What's the ABV. Come join. Game show. Always a great time, man.
Hell yeah. That's it. I thought it was tonight too. I was like, oh, it's tonight. But I was like, wait a minute, we're not hurrying to get over there just yet. Yeah. It's cool, man. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you, Miss Lance. I appreciate it. It's all right. Whiskey, man. It's all you. What you think?
Right. Well, I really like the Deep Elam. I even like the can art. I think that's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Deep Elam IPA from it's out of Dallas, Texas. It really drinks very well. I like it a lot. I'm going to give it a 95. One of the better IPAs I really like. The cheese, of course, I like it. I've had it. I like it. You can, well, we're deviating there, but you can cut it up and add it with jalapenos and put it on tater tots, and then kind of melt it in the toaster oven. It's good that way too. I've done it. Oh yeah, and back to let me finish that. The cheese I'm going to give a 95 as well. It's really good. I enjoy it. It's worth the purchase. It's pretty pricey for I forget how many ounces this is. I've already cut it up too much. 8 ounce. I think it's like $4.99 for the 8 ounces. What I have to pay for it, but it's a local product, and it always tends to bring more of a premium around here anyway. And I give it a 95. They play just like Miscellaneous said. They play and even Thrash. They play very well together. I think I'm going to have to give it as a pairing 97. They work to balance out each other very well. I really enjoy it. I think they're good together. And on the Hatch Green Chilies, you used to get that on the Huevos Rancheros. There's 2 places. There's a place down by Colorado City, Colorado. I've stopped there 2 or 3 times when I'm going through there. It's just off 25 to the west. I can't think of the name of it. They had great huevos rancheros with the hatch green chilies. If you go to Colorful Colorado, because you know when you cross the state, it's always got the sign, Colorful Colorado. I go there quite often, just like the can art on Thrashers. But if you guys ever have the chance to have proper huevos rancheros, either in New Mexico, Santa Fe used to have a restaurant called the Cowboy Cafe. It's probably the best I've ever had. But I tried to look it up last time I was through, and it looked like it was closed. I'm not sure if it's open anymore, so I can't recommend that fully because it's been a couple of years since I've been there. Anyway, and heat and alcohol. You apply, if you really want to know how hot just a jalapeno can be, take your time, eat the whole jalapeno. Get a good one that's kind of hot and spicy. Then get you a high-proof bourbon, let's say Elijah Craig barrel proof, and sip on it for a little bit. It super amplifies the heat in your mouth. Alcohol opens the pores. It allows the oil that separates out to absorb into your tongue and into your mouth even more. It'll let you know you're alive. I wouldn't attempt it with a habanero. No way.
Yeah, that was spicy. Yeah, that's spicy.
You got to watch that high alcohol and heat with peppers and stuff. They do tend to amplify each other.
Right.
So,
Right.
Peace.
Oh no, that's cool. Thanks, man.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
the chipotle was good. The jalapenos do get hot though, man. I mean, with the seeds and all. I mean, if you were to strip the seeds, you get the more of the flavor of the jalapeno, but it still even has kind of a residual heat to it from the seeds being packed in there, or whatever.
It's actually veins. Here's a little tidbit for in the pepper. You'll see there's veins that grow up on the inside. They look like webbings of sorts, and the jalapenos actually hang from that. Even if you strip the seeds off of that, the closer to the stem where the webbing and those veins are, that's full of capsicum as well, and that will contain a lot of heat.
Oh wow,
Capsaicin. Yeah.
Capsaicin. I say capsicum. Yeah, capsicum. Yeah, you're right. Capsaicin.
Cheers, Ron, man, for being in here, man. Thank you, man. Thank you, Whisky Scout. That's great. That's good information. That's actually interesting, though. No, it really. I love the flavor of jalapeno, though. I do love the flavor of jalapeno peppers in general. Yeah, they have a definite vegetative like herbalness to them. They're kind of crazy the way they are, but aside from the seeds that are hot as fuck. But all right, cool. So the cheese I got, the chipotle, nice smoked kind of essence to the cheese, nice milky goat cheese. I thought it was very good. It was very soothing to have a milky coating on the slight, very, very slight heat. It wasn't too bad, but you do get the seeds, and when you chew on those, of course, you're going to get more heat. So it was real nice to have that milkiness go through and lather the mouth, get it all fucking, up to par, so you're not freaking throwing up. But no, they're not that hot. But I don't find habaneros are hot.
Indeed.
Yeah. But with the good, a very good mix, very good. If you have bad teeth and you chew on a seed, you might have, like me, you might break a tooth. But I'll give the cheese a 94. Not too bad at all. This beer was phenomenal. I would even push it on the 99. I'm not going to go quite 100 because I know there's others out there. There are better ones out there, but I will definitely put this along the same line as a very top of the line Imperial Porter. It was very delicious. I will give this a 99.
Wow.
God damn.
Seriously, very good. Get your hands on this. Try and find it. What did I say the cheese was? 95, 94, 99, 94. Let's go 97 across the board.
Right.
And I think I'm happy with that. So, yeah,
nice.
not a bad pairing at all. Not a bad pairing at all. So, get a heated, hell yeah, heated cheddars, like with imperial stouts or imperial porters, sweet beers. even dubels or quadrupels or tripels. A lot of those sweeter, maltier beers go really well. The nuttiness with the Goudas and even the cheddars and stuff like that, it goes real well, man. The pungent, the blue cheese goes really good with a lot of these imperial porters and stuff because it really breaks through all that sweetness and allows you to like really taste something nice. There's a gem in all cheese and beer pairing. I suggest everyone pair a beer with your cheese today or tomorrow and check it out for yourself. So very good. As far as myself, Wednesday, tomorrow, I haven't come up with a recipe yet. I'm still kind of pondering on it, thinking. So I need to do it tonight so I don't like scuffle and lose my mind tomorrow getting ready for it. But I will be going at 3 PST, 3 o'clock Pacific time instead of 5. So it'll be 6 o'clock Eastern, just so that I can make Ron Therio's Wild Card Wednesday, right? Wild Card Wednesday, and then beer chugs at 6
But
o'clock.
it's not wild card, right? It's
First of the month, yeah. I don't know what his theme is.
Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know.
Bumpy. What's the beer?
For tomorrow night.
Yeah, on Ron's, he usually
Yeah.
the first.
It's anything, any beer that goes well with seafood.
Right.
Oh, well,
Okay, that's good. All right.
So don't bring up, don't bring
Get
a
your
Belgian
IPAs.
quad, because I don't think a Belgian quad does
IPAs.
I got plenty to choose from.
West Coast or American IPA will do.
Like what I plan on doing is I have a certain beer, so I actually looked it up, and it tells you what type of seafood it actually pairs well with. So that's what we're gonna bring.
He needs a little
My
rub
knowledge.
in the rest of it. Dude, how much of that cheese? That shit's gone.
No,
You're in trouble.
I got the other cheese. I got some Monterey Jack, and I got some sharp cheddar and a couple tomatoes, but I already chomped through the aromas. Next time we'll have some oil on here and some pepper.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds good.
You have yourself a little salad there without any of the
Well,
leafy
I don't
greens.
want to get the bread because
Throw little cucumber slices down with it.
Yeah.
I won't mention how I like to make my drinks in the morning. No, I just haven't had material for it. So yeah, no, but if you know where I'm going with that, and drink that next to a tomato and cheese, and even a light beer would do. Nice Pilsner or a Helles or Kolsch or something. All right, so all right, this has been great. This has been a good show. Thank you so much, panel. I honestly always appreciate you guys' camaraderie ship and your
oh yeah,
suffering through this whole hour. No, I'm just kidding.
Loyal to the game, man.
Your loyalty.
We all appreciate the opportunity to get bound up with you.
Hey,
I don't have that problem.
now what cheese are we gonna do next week? So much fun. Well, we won't. This is the first of the week. I don't want to. Maybe I'll do third of the week. We'll plan a cheese where it's a planned panel cheese. This one will be a wild one again next week, and a wild beer of your choice. Of course, please try and bring I'll accept you anyway, but please try and bring a craft cheese and a craft beer. If you have otherwise, that's fine. It fills my panel, and I love it. So come on along. If that's all you got, I'll accept it. So, but please try and buy that shit and get it. Keep your receipts and claim it at the end of the year or whatever the fuck you got to do. But all right.
I think that's only you, man.
I'm claiming my toilet
That
paper
big.
receipt. I had to buy extra rubby absorbent to get it off.
Oh my god, my squealing is probably killing everyone. I hope no one has it too loud in their earphones. Things, whatever.
Am I overly
But,
loud coming through or something?
No, I was loud for me, even though I was like squealing myself and it hurt my own ears. So, but no, we're gonna go ahead and end this. We're at 1:14, so not bad. I think we did pretty good here. Thanks again, guys. Thanks, chat. You guys are awesome. Love you, man. Plutonically, of course. Love y'all. Much love to you guys. Cheers. We are out of here, and I'm going to bring me up real quick. Hello. Hi, you.
You've got mail.
And we're going to end this right now.